Mono meals on a raw vegan diet. Why do I think mono meals on a raw vegan diet are absolutely essential? Well, reason number one is that a mono meal, if you're eating a mono meal, it ensures that the quality of food that you're eating is so high that you're willing to eat that food at the exclusion of all other fruits, of all other foods. Like when you have a mono meal of melons, it shouldn't be like a deliberate conscious choice like, okay, I'm gonna eat just these melons now. It should be that the melons are so good that you wouldn't even entertain eating anything else. Like as good as the durian is, as good as the blueberries are, as good as the jackfruit is, as good as the papayas and mangoes are, that doesn't matter because this melon right now is like so good. It's all you want to eat. So that's reason number one why I think eating mono meals is the way to go, because right off the bat, man, it guarantees that the food you're eating is like 10 out of 10, or at least it should be. Reason number two is for digestibility, food combining. A lot of foods don't go well together. Like if you were to eat like an avocado with a melon, that wouldn't work very well. If you were to eat bananas with oranges, that wouldn't work very well. And why is that? Because some foods like melons digest very, very quickly. So it's kind of like a skinny kid going down a water slide. It's just like, boop, he goes on the slide really, really quickly. But if you put like a really fat kid in front of that skinny kid, and then you shoot the skinny kid down like soon after, the fat kid's gonna go down, he's probably gonna get stuck in the tube or something, or slide down really slowly, just start sticking. And the fast kid, the skinny kid's gonna go boom through the tube and boom, nail into that fat kid, and it's gonna really screw up the slide. It could screw up the whole system back end. It could start, and then more skinny kids start going down, and more fat kids start going down. It just screws up the whole system and can start to get backed up, and it starts to maybe get some acid reflux or indigestion or some gas build up, like just air needs to escape somehow because it's not going through the tube properly. So that's the big issue right there, just food combining issues. But a big tip there, if you are gonna mix your foods up, if you are gonna eat some oranges with your bananas, be sure to always eat the juiciest foods first. Typically, if you're eating really juicy fruits together, it shouldn't matter. Like if you're eating like grapes and oranges, that shouldn't really matter. If you're eating like watermelons and cantaloupe together or honeydew together, that really shouldn't matter because those all pretty much digest at the same speed. But just to keep safe, just to be safe, like if you're unsure whether or not like an apricot digests faster than an orange, it's better to just eat whatever you think is the absolute juiciest food first. So I would think it's the orange. Oranges would be juicier than apricots, I'd imagine. Eat the orange first and then wait a good 15-20 minutes before you eat anything else after that. But if you're eating something like a bunch of dates or raisins and then you want to have a watermelon after that, I suggest waiting a good 45 minutes to an hour afterwards, depending how good your digestion is. If you're just waking up in the morning, it's just better to definitely do a mono meal. It's always better to do a mono meal in my opinion, but just digestion strength wise, your digestion is probably going to be best around midday, around lunchtime, and after you've done a good amount of work throughout the morning physically. Third reason I suggest doing mono meals is that a mono meal, it trains you not to eat for entertainment purposes. I believe that we should eat simply and wholly because it's time to eat. It's just that time. Like we have that desire to eat, but we don't do it for entertainment. Like about maybe half hour ago, 45 minutes ago, I just made a YouTube video and I walked back in the kitchen and I was just like, hey, like I made the YouTube video, now I'm gonna eat. But it's like I wasn't even hungry. I didn't even have the desire to eat. It's just like it was just something to do. It's much easier to eat for something to do when the food is really entertaining, you know, especially if you're adding oil or salt on it, if you're cooking it. The reason they do that is because it's so entertaining. It's so much more entertaining eating food that's been cooked and with salt and all that crap on it to your taste buds. Like that stuff perverts your taste buds. When you eat fruit, the fruit should, instead of being entertaining, it should just be like a spiritual experience. Like holy smokes, these cherries are so good on their own. Like these blueberries, I wouldn't want to eat anything else, just these blueberries. Like holy smokes, dude, this melon, like I feel like I'm coming up on like a drug right now. Like it's just so good on its own. I suppose it's more of an internal entertainment that you get from when you're eating fruit, really good fruit, than it is like when you're eating other stuff like that you have to put salt and crap on that makes you think like, oh, I think this is gonna be entertaining. The idea of it's entertaining to eat all this crap. No. You want to eat the food that's just super simple and really entertaining once you digest it. Those are the main three reasons right there. If you want any other topics, post them down in the comments below. Definitely give this video a thumbs up, it goes a long way. And if you're not subscribed already, subscribe. Peace out and adios. If you want to cook your food, man, and you want to see how your food feels when you cook it, find a flame and stick your finger in that flame. Oh, it's dangerous. It's so dangerous I wouldn't even want to put my food in that either. Peace.